Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another raid video on the free-to-play again today, because I wanted to do like a mix of both an update to the free-to-play, but also maybe a showcase, a guide for you guys to help you out with Dark Fae. The Dark Fae Doom Tower, I would say, is the most important one of all. Why is that? Because Dark Fae drops basically the Savage set, but an improved version of it, since it's called the Lethal set, giving you critical rate up and the ignore defense. It's this set right here. If you check on it, where we go, the lethal set right here, 10% crit rate, ignores 25% of enemy defense. A huge set eventually when you want to be building your damage dealers, and even 5-star of this will be important later on. So being able to farm the normal difficulty even of the Doom Tower is something that you should be working on, you should be working towards. So what are we doing today? I'll show you guys my team on the free-to-play account. As you guys know, my free-to-play is on day 48 of playing. Okay, I do have some good progression on the account, and I can show you on how many 6-stars I have and all that if it's the first time you're watching this video. But overall, the progression that I'm doing is slowly building on my great hole bonuses. Getting accuracy is the most important part of any account, I would say. Maybe you think it's not important today, tomorrow, a month from now, but a year from now, if you're playing the game, that accuracy investment you did on your great hole bonuses will help you out. So let me show you guys the team that I use for Dark Fae and the reasoning behind it. Let's go right here. Stage 80, I just beaten it once. Okay, it's not that I'm gonna have it on farm, because I needed to move lots of gear around to make this work. If you guys are not aware of how the Dark Fae boss works, she makes copies of your own team, and then you have to beat your own team while also beating her, while many different debuffs exist at the same time on your champions, depending on the champions you have in your team. Okay, so if you have two very strong damage dealers, then this might not be something that you have to worry about. Dark Fae on normal 80 is not so much of a trouble, but for me it was, because, well, my Rathalos, my good old Rathalos with a 3-star awakening was getting banished, and the banishment basically eliminates one of your 5 from the team, and you have to beat your one of the 5 that got banished. You have to beat him, and for me, my Rathalos was just destroying the whole team. So I couldn't push. I couldn't push on floor 80, and I just didn't know what to do. But eventually, I managed to find a way to beat it. How does the banish skill work? Okay, well, you guys didn't know. I didn't know. I had to search a little bit through it. I didn't see a video of it. I actually found a post on Reddit. Somebody said and mentioned that, and I went with it and I tried it out. So how do you do that? Well, you build a champion with higher attack than the one that you want to have banished. So I don't want to have my Rathalos banished all the time. So I removed actually his boots that had attack percent on them, and then I also removed his banner that had an attack percent, I believe, of just 9% here total. It's very little, but it did impact the total amount of attack I had. So I had 4.2 thousand, and then I dropped it with this one to 3,866, meaning now my Kale, who I moved some gear around, guys, I moved some gear around. He's no longer in lifesteal, which I need for clown boss, but this cost me, but it had to be done, at least for the one-time clear. I'll see if I can clear it more times than move back the gear. It's costly, but I think it's kind of worth it for lethal gear. So he's at 3894. Only 30 attack difference right here, but it will be enough for the showcase. His speed, his other stats, I didn't care, because obviously I want him to be weak. If he's going to be the one copied by the boss, I want it to be slow. I want it to be bad. And after I show you guys the run, I'll explain on what you can do in different kind of teams that you might be building, guys. But maybe I can also explain it right now. I guess it's not rocket science. You can do this with any champion, but I would recommend trying to build your allure. If you have an allure in this setup for hard mode, you can do that on her and try to build her with the highest attack. It's not always possible, but with that way, the boss tries to banish your allure. Ideally, you want the boss to not even take a turn, so you don't have to worry about banish. if that is the case for you guys, then yeah, this will be amazing for you, and you don't even need to worry about this strategy. But what I'm doing right now, this is basically required if you don't have the Terminator control. Like, the only Terminator control I have is an Armiger, which I kind of left at level 40 because I had other things to level up. So I'm slowly killing things while also taking note of my cooldowns. I don't want to be using my cooldowns at all basically here, but also want to kill the enemies before they just start doing a lot of damage on my team. I do have a revive, so I don't really care to die here unless multiple champions die. So I did this on manual, probably on auto. This will be kind of difficult, but we'll see on how this goes. Especially the HP burn from Mordecai, which gives me also increased attack. I want that to be available on the next turn when we reach the boss. Everything else that I need is basically the speed up by Apothecary and the Rathalos AoE, so he can kill my own team once we go to the next part, okay? Of course, if you have things in your team that are tanky and cannot be killed or revive themselves, that's what's going to happen on the mirror side of the screen, right? So you have to be very careful when you go in there. So look at this. We increase our speed. Let's put Perfect Veil. It doesn't really matter here. Increase our attack. And then we do the AoE with Rathalos. We take out the whole team. And there we go. The Banish went on kill. Only 30 attack difference there. But it still was good enough for this. But you have to be very careful on this cooldown. Right now, the Banish skill is on a 4-turn cooldown. When it comes back up for the boss to do it, make sure you don't have, let's say, the increased attack buff on Kale, but no, the increased attack buff on Rathalos, but no increased attack on Kale, because that will make Rathalos with more attack, and that actually will cause the boss to retarget. It will retarget Rathalos for the Banish, and that's not what you want, because that will be a fail in the run. So I want to do a 1 here. Oh, was that the master, the passive A1? That's sad. All right, let's boost. Let's keep on attacking, and now the boss is basically at my mercy. I can use the A3 here, increase my crit damage. That's nice. Oh, look at that! Look at that boss going nuts there. Stole my buffs. I wasn't sure that the boss had such skill. All right, there we go. Kale gets stolen again. There we go. We use our A2 there to kill him off. And I wonder if I put it on auto, if it's gonna do it. Big attack there, HP burn. I want to get my A2 with Rathalos on the boss and see how that does. It's actually many buffs now. Maybe that's why the boss did it before. Rathalos has 2 turns on his increased attack. Big damage there. He steals all the buffs, and now he stole Rathalos. I'm not sure why he did it there. I think it's the buffs. Just putting it on auto, it's just the buffs maybe from the big AoE that messes things up. So let's retry it again, but I will not put it on auto because I did clear it on manual before, so maybe it was just me not paying too much attention. Although I think I didn't have any buffs there. I'm not sure why he retargeted Rathalos in that sense. I'll check the replay also. But let's start killing some stuff here. I'm gonna kill that. And then just straight up attack everything that I see. Looks like a fast run, but it's not really a fast run when on wave 2 you have to manage all your cooldowns and stuff. So I have to manage my A3 here and not use it. Oof. Damn, look at all that damage. Okay, let's go in there. We have 1 hit from Rathalos, so I'm trying to remember his passive as well. It's 1 hit from Rathalos. And increase attack here. Let's go big damage. There we go. Kale gets banished. That's what we want also. And let's see. Can we kill Kale? There we go. Kale is down. Let's speed up. Oh. Perfect Veil. I wonder if Perfect Veil plays any role. I don't think so. It shouldn't, right? It shouldn't play any role there. Increase speed. Maybe the number of buffs. I don't know. I think it's only attack. It should be only attack, but still have 3 more turns there to test the theory. There's the Rathalos passive. That's kind of sad. I want a defense down. Although we ignore defense with the A2, right? On bosses. So doesn't really matter. So here I can increase attack, but I'm actually gonna wait just so that there's no things happening here with banish. There's banish. Okay, it went on kill this time. Can actually increase attack now and not worry too much about it. Oof, we lost the A2 there. That's not nice. That would have been an AoE A2 also. Damn. All right, boost. Kill my own kill. Decrease attack on the boss. That's fine. And once I get the A2, we should be able to see like a big chunk off the boss's health. Decrease defense. I'm not going to do increase attack again. Increase speed though is fine. Poisons are also fine, but this might actually just kill the boss. Almost. Almost. I wonder if banish now will go on kill. He didn't do it. He did the other AoE this time. I thought he was going to do it. He had a 1 turn left. So 3 minutes 26. This was a little bit slower than before. Maybe because I was just explaining. But you see on how the run can be duplicated, guys. You don't need the Terminator control on 80. On 90, I think this team can still hold. The same theory behind it. Like increase, not increase attack, but higher attack on one of your champions so that you can target them instead of maybe, let's say, your Rathalos, which will be the strongest champion in your team, especially if you're free to play. But you can replicate this in any other scenario. Just replace the champions that I have here and make sure that your cooldowns on custom AI here are so that you do not use your big damaging attacks, obviously, on round 2. Maybe as an opener, but you want to have them for sure on round 3 so you can kill your own team and then be able to kill one of your copies, but at the same time also survive the big attacks from the boss. So this is the strategy I followed for a Dark Fate. Then for these stages, I should be totally fine. Dreadhorn on 90 will be like a brand new challenge, but that's going to be for tomorrow because I have only 9 gold keys. I was stuck here for 1 day, so I only will be able to do that for maybe tomorrow's video. I have no idea what I'll do, but from what I've seen other players do is basically, again, you set up Rathalos to do his big burst, and that is how I did it, guys. It did take some gear removal. It's probably going to cost you a little bit of silver. I was like at 6 million silver, so it really depends on where you want to be. Artifact enhancement starts tomorrow, so maybe don't do it today, do it tomorrow, so that counts a little bit of points and helps you get those Rathalos points. I'm like 220 points away to get the 4-star. I should be able to get it. The only things I missed, I believe, was the dungeon divers, the first dungeon divers. I think I missed that. The summon one, of course I missed that. It was just too many points. But champion training I should be able to do, and then this dungeon divers I should be able to do the 2,500 by the end of the 2 days. This one, no chance. But yeah, it's looking great. The free to play is looking great. I've even summoned 2 legendaries on this free to play, but I'm gonna keep them there for a little while and see, maybe this guy I can sacrifice, but the Valkyrie I'm definitely not sacrificing. If I ever do like a giveaway of this account, if I don't continue it right away, I'll probably just start using those legendaries to help me push through. Although you know, it's a long journey having a free to play account, and players sometimes get bored, especially once they see like the really good summons on an account such as Valkyrie. But I think on this account, if you exclude the Valkyrie, which I exclude for the showcase because it's not allowed as part of the free-to-play journey, like I don't have any crazy champions here. Like Jareg, not crazy. Aox, Rector Drath. I mean, you wouldn't go, oh my god, what an amazing pull I have in terms of an epic. They are very useful, very useful, but I don't think they even break a top 10 of epics. that somebody would need. Mordecai is the one I got from when I created the account, when we started the journey. And then every other epic that you see here is the ones that I have. All right. I think I didn't sacrifice an epic as part of champion training. Maybe this guy is okay, but he's very end game. You need very end game gear to make him work. And everything else feels a little bit like okay, but not crazy. Maybe for Dreadhorn I can do a Crimson Helm with the revive on death. 6 turn cooldown though. Eesh. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. No chance I'll be able to book her. It's gonna be a waste of skill books. I have like 5 epic skill books. It's really big of a waste. So as a free to play, by the way, guys, before I close off, I want to say that these kind of tournaments are huge for any free to play out there. Ice Golem turn attack going on right now, 1650, so 1650 points on a turn attack tournament means you can pick up these epic books relatively easy. The same thing was for Dragon, and the same thing will be for Fire Knight tournament. It all depends on how quick your team is, and if you don't really care about dungeon divers, right? If let's say you say, okay, I'll do this, but no chance I'm getting this one, so you'll stop here at 2,500 in terms of points. You can just go and do dungeons at a lower difficulty, let's say stage 3. This is a huge waste of energy to rewards, but on stage 3 at least you'll clear it fast enough so that you'll get a good amount of points for the energy spent, assuming you have the damage to like one-shot the boss or something. So you'll have to go with heavy damage dealers. So that was the video, guys. I just wanted to show my team for Dark Fate 80 and maybe help out somebody else out there with this kind of setup. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.